Day 2, I'm getting ready for you.
Jake Paul has finally reacted to Mike Tyson, leaking more training footage along with a brutal warning. So it all began when Tyson shared new training footage, showing how intensely he had been preparing for the fight with Paul.
1, 2, 3, 4.
As you can see, Mike Tyson has once again demonstrated his awe-inspiring strength and prowess. Labeling it as the inauguration of his rigorous training regimen, Tyson showcases his formidable power, setting the stage for what promises to be an electrifying showdown. Talking about the fight, Tyson added, "I'm very much looking forward to stepping into the ring with Jake Paul. He's grown significantly as a boxer over the years. It will be a lot of fun to see what the will and ambition of a kid can do with the experience and aptitude of a GOAT." The iconic heavyweight champion is set to make a remarkable comeback by facing off against a former YouTuber turned boxer. The electrifying matchup was unveiled just last week, and Tyson has been sharing his training routine with fans. In his previous post, he said, "It's day 1. The fun has just begun." The video shows a montage of clips of Tyson doing some pad work.
It's day 1. The fun just begun.
Tyson appears razor-sharp as his gloves resonate with deep thuds upon contact with his trainer. The intensity behind one of his left hooks prompts a discernible cry from the trainer. In the final moments of the video, Tyson confidently bares his torso, showcasing his impressive physique while echoing his words in the caption. The nature of the upcoming match remains uncertain, with speculation swirling as to whether it will be a professional bout or simply an exhibition. Paul's business partner at Most Valuable Promotions said, "Unequivocally, there is no headgear for Paul versus Tyson. Haters spreading fake news, but it won't stop the tens of millions of views." Speaking about the fight when it was announced, Paul said, "It's crazy to think that in my second pro fight, I went viral for knocking out Nate Robinson on Mike Tyson's undercard. Now, less than 4 years later, I'm stepping up to face Tyson myself. My sights are set on becoming a world champion." Piers Morgan, the English journalist, shared his response to Mike Tyson's latest training video in anticipation of his upcoming bout. He responded by sharing them on his social media feed. Renowned for his outspokenness and unfiltered views, Morgan subtly expressed sympathy for Jake Paul in the process. Morgan said, "I'm very glad I'm not Jake Paul." Meanwhile, Conor McGregor reacted to the fight in a recent interview. Notably, McGregor has reversed his decision to avoid matches with YouTuber boxers and now acknowledges he will compete against KSI and the Paul siblings, Logan and Jake. He is poised for a comeback to the octagon in 2024, marking his return after an absence of nearly 3 years from the sport. McGregor said, "Yeah, you know, the YouTube nerds could be like, I would consider that a nixer. Your uncle's friend needs a fucking radiator fitted in his house, so you'll do a side job and get side pay." Tommy Fury has thrown down the gauntlet, expressing his desire to step into the ring with Conor McGregor. His challenge comes hot on the heels of Jake Paul's announcement of his upcoming bout against the legendary Mike Tyson. The iconic UFC veteran consistently turned down the idea of facing off against social media personalities, opting instead to focus on reclaiming his status among the UFC's top-tier competitors. However, a notable shift in perspective has led him to reconsider his stance. McGregor added, "I would consider them guys to be nixers. If I was to pick one out of them, I would say KSI. He has a big name in the UK. Moreover, he conceded that KSI stands out as his prime choice for an opponent, citing the YouTuber's immense popularity in the United Kingdom." McGregor added, "Tommy Fury called me out yesterday, and he beat Jake and he fought KSI, so it's just like another little world, isn't it? I'm open to it. I'll never say no. I'll never say no." McGregor has joined the chorus of voices criticizing the contentious matchup between Paul and Tyson, citing their staggering 31-year age difference as a focal point of concern. He continued, "The Pauls and that Mike Tyson fight is just a strange one to me. I hope Tyson takes his nose off. I'm sure at some stage I'll end up fighting one of them. I'm sure at some stage. You know, we'll go through all of these guys." On the other hand, recently unearthed video resurfaces, revealing Joe Rogan cautioning Jake Paul against stepping into the ring with Mike Tyson. Rogan, a prominent UFC commentator, emphasizes Tyson's enduring ability to inflict significant damage, regardless of his age.
Logan Paul actually does some wild.
It's really good.
He does some wild.
Really does.
Jumping off the top ropes and slamming into each other in the middle. Like, that's some serious athleticism.
Yeah, I tell him, both those kids are half tough.
Rogan engaged in a conversation with WWE icon Ric Flair, delving into the potential threats posed by Tyson to Paul. Here is what he said.
Yeah.
Take nothing away from them.
No, I mean, people want to take something away from them because they're YouTube people. I always tell people, just forget that Jake Paul is a YouTube guy and watch him box.
Yeah.
Kid can fight 100%. And that Tommy Fury fight really showed that. I mean, it goes to a split decision against a legit undefeated boxer.
Before hanging up his gloves in 2005, Tyson boasted an impressive record of 56 wins and only 6 losses, with an astounding 44 of those victories coming by knockout. Fast forward to 2020, and Tyson shocked the world by stepping back into the ring for an exhibition match against none other than fellow boxing icon Roy Jones Jr. And here is what Rogan has to say about it.
Sir.
Yeah. He doesn't want to tell you what the one thing he doesn't want to do is fight Mike.
No.
Yeah, he wants to fight Mike, I think.
Why?
I don't know.
I don't give a if he's 55. That's still Mike Tyson.
Mike's in good shape, too.
Oh, my God.
Mike trains every day.
In addition, Flair and Rogan emphasized Tyson's continued agility and formidable strength exhibited during his bout against Jones.
He trains with Rafael Cordero, who's a legend in MMA. He runs King's Mixed Martial Arts. And Rafael is a world-renowned trainer. When you see him holding the mitts for Tyson, and Tyson smashing the mitts, like, Jesus.
Yeah, Mike,
that guy can still fuck you up.
He don't want
When they were training Mike for that Roy Jones fight, they were using state-of-the-art science. And Rogan said,
to fight Mike.
In this world with hormone replacement and vitamins and he does all this electrical muscular stimulation recovery stuff. Like when they were training Mike for that Roy Jones fight, like they were using state-of-the-art science.
Yeah.
Like I don't give a if you think he's 55 years old. That guy will hurt you.
In their admiration of Tyson's enduring ferociousness, Rogan and Flair found common ground in acknowledging Paul's genuine prowess in the boxing ring. Rogan said, "Forget that Jake Paul is a YouTube guy and watch him box. The kid can fight, 100%. That Tommy Fury fight really showed that. He goes to a split decision against a legit undefeated boxer." Meanwhile, we know that UFC chief Dana White didn't hold back his criticism as he expressed disapproval of the match, while Conor McGregor vehemently criticized the fight selection. As a result, Paul's manager, Nakisa Badarian, stood firmly in defense of the Tyson versus Paul bout, dismissing any notions of a significant rule alteration. And now, WBC president Mauricio Suleiman has shared his thoughts on Mike Tyson coming out of retirement to fight Jake Paul. Suleiman said, "I'm sure Mike is going about this responsibly. He's in very good shape. Mike Tyson is one of the greatest, iconic, and legendary champions." He conveyed his belief that Tyson is approaching the situation with responsibility and is in great shape, noting Tyson's status as one of the most iconic and legendary champions. He added, "Jake Paul has come into boxing and we must thank him and embrace him for bringing millions of young eyeballs to our sport." Furthermore, Suleiman acknowledged Jake Paul's contribution to boxing, stating that Paul deserves thanks and acceptance for attracting millions of young viewers to the sport. He characterized the upcoming bout as both a real fight and a significant event, highlighting the uncertainty surrounding the outcome due to Paul's youth and Tyson's legendary status, which makes the match intriguing. Suleiman added, "It's a fight and a real event. No one can certainly say Jake Paul will win because he's young. No one can say Mike Tyson will win because he's a legend, so it's interesting." Suleiman also emphasized his hope that the event would be conducted with strict adherence to medical requirements and overall care, expressing his wish for it to be a successful event and his confidence that both parties would thoroughly prepare for the fight. He said, "I only pray it will be done with all the medicals, and everything is done with great care, and it's going to be a great event. They will prepare fully for this." On the other hand, Jake Paul appeared as a guest on Ross's podcast shortly after the surprising revelation of his upcoming bout with boxing legend Mike Tyson. He swiftly retaliated against KSI's critique of his bout with Tyson. Paul and Ross also shared the ring, with the problem child showcasing his power. Ross asked for 10% of Paul's power, but still dropped him to his knees in a crazy moment. Paul unleashed a crippling blow to Ross's torso with a fraction of his strength, sending him tumbling to the ground on all fours. Paul admitted, "Low-key, that was 15%. I went a little harder than 10%. Here's what exactly happened."
Okay. This is 10%.
Oh shit, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'm done. Oh fuck, I can't breathe. Jake.
Bro, you should have seen, I just nailed Little Pump. That was not bad at all, bro.
Paul faced off against Tyson, whose enduring legendary strength was evident as he flaunted his prowess in fresh training footage. And this is what he has to say about it. "Now, less than 4 years later, I'm stepping up to face Tyson myself to see if I have what it takes to beat one of boxing's most notorious fighters and biggest icons." Moreover, Paul mentioned that within just 2.5 years since the inception of MVP, they are on the verge of organizing what could be considered the biggest fight in history. This event is planned to be held in the largest NFL stadium in the United States and will be broadcast broadcast live on the world's most extensive streaming platform, highlighting the remarkable achievements they have made in such a limited period. Paul added, "Within just 2.5 years of founding MVP, we're about to produce the biggest fight in history, a fight in the biggest NFL stadium in the US, broadcast live on the biggest streaming platform in the world, a testament to all we've accomplished in such a short amount of time." Moreover, Jake Paul wasted no time in firing back at KSI's critique. KSI, known as the Nightmare, wasn't impressed with Paul's opponent choice, given Tyson's age nearing 60 and his retirement from his prime. During a recent live stream with Aiden Ross on Kick, Paul didn't mince words in his response to the British YouTuber's criticisms. Paul said, "You want to know the difference between Mike Tyson and KSI? Mike Tyson will actually fight me. Who's a bitch now, so that's the difference, bro. But Mike signed the contract, you fucking bitch KSI." Jake Paul remains dedicated to his pursuit within the boxing arena, harboring aspirations of attaining the esteemed title of world champion. His sights are now set on overcoming the formidable challenge presented by none other than Mike Tyson. Jake Paul boasted that at least Mike Tyson had the courage to ink the contract and step into the ring with him.
But you want to know the difference between Mike Tyson and KSI?
What?
Is that Mike Tyson will actually fight me. So who's a now? Like, that's the difference, bro. Like,
That's true.
Oh, Mike's this. Mike's 57. But Mike signed the contract, you fucking KSI.
No, it's
like,
true.
Oh, you could say whatever you want, but you're fat running around doing sideman YouTube videos, and I'm changing the sport of boxing, the biggest fight of the 21st century.
Paul alleged that KSI has been avoiding the challenge, refusing to finalize the contract. Aiden Ross, during the live stream, also highlighted to Jake, known as the problem child, that Logan Paul behaves differently in the presence of KSI.
What could anybody possibly say while
You
you're
can't
making
say
FIFA reaction videos, bro? I'm sorry, but we're just not the same, and you're 30 years old. Like, say what you want, but you also said a year ago that Mike Tyson would beat you and that you wouldn't take the fight because of that. So make up your fucking mind. You just are cowardly bitch that like is so insecure that when someone else is doing something good.
Another buzzing subject revolved around the latest episode of Impulsive Podcast, featuring Logan Paul and KSI discussing his younger sibling's match against Mike Tyson. Here's what Ross had to say about it. "I said this on your podcast, bro. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I've only had good interactions with Logan, but I don't feel like Logan is your brother on the internet." Jake Paul mentioned that his older sibling exhibited a distinct demeanor solely in the presence of KSI. While they consistently display solidarity on the internet, their relationship isn't devoid of challenges.
Yeah, so he's 57. Mike Tyson is 57 years old. Yeah. Like, yes, in his prime, this would have been crazy, but now it's like, oh, it's just sad.
I told Jake that. I said, this is you.
What did Jake say?
I don't know if he's gonna try to knock him out unless Mike tries to knock him out.
Oh, can I just say one thing? And I said this on your podcast, bro. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I said this. I've only had good interactions with Logan, but it does not. I don't feel like Logan is your brother on the internet. And I said that, and I'm not trying to stir shit up. I swear to God, I'm not.
The Maverick's younger sibling, dubbed the problem child, consistently voices disapproval of Logan Paul's association with his rival, KSI. Yet, despite their gatherings, the Maverick remains notably silent, failing to defend his own kin.
You know, when he gets around KSI,
that's when it like...
Yeah, that's when it like switches, because KSI's energy towards me is negative, and that I think pulls him in that direction. But you want to know the difference between Mike Tyson and KSI?
What?
Is that Mike Tyson will actually fight me.
On the other hand, Aiden Ross has offered his thoughts on the upcoming bout between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. Ross made a statement suggesting that Jake Paul was facing a significant amount of criticism leading up to the impending event. Describing the 27-year-old as his brother, Aiden, who serves as a Kick ambassador, conveyed his support amidst the controversy. Aiden Ross said, "Guys, Jake is getting a lot of hate for this, and I think it's really funny because not a lot of people can have an opportunity to fight Mike Tyson, and you guys cannot tell me you're all not watching this." He further stated that people can hold whatever views they wish about Jake, but he firmly believes that Jake, who he refers to as his brother, is a genuine fighter. He highlighted that Jake is facing one of the most formidable hitters in history, emphasizing that everyone will indeed tune in to watch the match. He added, "So you guys can say what you want about Jake. My brother Jake is a fucking real fighter, and he's going against one of the hardest hitting people of all time, and we're all going to tune in to watch." In a recent podcast, Jake Paul shared his thoughts on the upcoming fight with Mike Tyson. He expressed surprise at how many people believe Tyson could pose a significant challenge to him. Despite his confidence, he acknowledged feeling a slight sense of fear, which he believes will serve as motivation to stay focused and not underestimate Tyson.
Has a chance against me.
Nah.
I'm gonna kill him.
I think what's going to happen is this, right? Okay, here's the one thing I'm going to say, Jake. Don't underestimate him.
Yeah, no.
Mike
Sure.
Tyson.
How are you gonna
He's a-
underestimate
no,
Mike
no.
Tyson? That's like
I know he's older.
I'm like
shotgun.
slightly.
Still got it. I saw
I'm
it.
like slightly scared.
Jake emphasized the importance of recognizing Tyson's strength and the legendary status he holds in the boxing world. He advised himself to train hard and prepare thoroughly for the fight, as he understands the significant challenge Tyson represents. Jake concluded by expressing his eagerness and anticipation for the match, affirming his commitment to giving his best performance.
Slightly scared, but that's gonna be like motivating. It's gonna be motivating me to be on edge
got the clip
and
out
to
of
not
Scared
take
of Mike
him.
Tyson.
Because listen,
To
I'm gonna
not
tell you
take
right
him
now.
lightly.
Because listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. That's Mike Tyson. At the end of the day. Hey, we can say whatever we want. He's got a strong punch.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
underestimate him. So
No, he's strong as
hard, work hard like you know you're gonna do, and crush, bro.
100%.
I'm gonna go to the fight. I can't wait.
Meanwhile, Aiden Ross adamantly asserts that Tyson possesses ample remaining energy, and his upcoming bout against Paul promises to be essential viewing on television. He said, "Guys, Jake is getting a lot of hate for this, and I think it's really funny because not a lot of people can have an opportunity to fight Mike Tyson." Aiden Ross continued, arguing that no one can deny that they will be watching the fight. He stated that regardless of what people say about Jake, he considers his brother a genuine fighter who is about to face one of the toughest punchers in history, emphasizing that this is an event that will captivate everyone's attention. Ross added, "And you guys cannot tell me you're all not watching this. So you guys can say what you want about Jake. My brother Jake is a real fighter, and he's going against one of the hardest hitting people of all time, and we're all going to tune in to watch." Ross also acknowledged the concerns about Mike Tyson's age, understanding that Tyson is 60 years old. However, he countered this by suggesting that Tyson could still easily knock out the vast majority of people, emphasizing Tyson's enduring power despite his age. He reiterated that even at 60, Tyson retains the ability to punch with significant force. He said, "Guys, I get it, he's 60 years old. I understand. But guys, guess what? When Mike Tyson knocked the fuck out of 99% of this chat in one hit if you guys got in the ring with him. Yes, okay, I get it, he's 60, but he can still hit like Mike Tyson." Ross also mentioned that he plans to make an effort to have Mike Tyson appear on his stream in the next few months. He expressed his desire not only to have Tyson on the stream, but also mentioned somewhat humorously that he would like to experience being hit by Mike. He said, "I'm going to push to get Mike Tyson on stream within the next couple of months, chat. I'd love to get Mike on stream and I'd like Mike to hit me." However, YouTuber KSI can't help but express concern over Paul's precarious position in the ring. KSI questions the feasibility of 27-year-old Jake Paul defeating Tyson, because if he does win, his victory may be overshadowed by critics highlighting Tyson's age and long absence from professional boxing. Conversely, a loss to Tyson could significantly dent Paul's career, potentially more than his previous loss to Tommy Fury, who is renowned more for his celebrity status than his prowess as a boxer. KSI said, "I just feel Jake's legacy will be, he can knock out old people. I think it's super sad. I don't know why Jake took it. It's a lose-lose. If he knocks out Mike Tyson and he's beaten an old age pension, he's 57. Mike Tyson is 57 years old. Yes, in his prime, this would have been crazy, but now it's just sad. The spectacle of combat serves merely as a lure for spectators. Without the allure of a massive audience, substantial financial gain, and heightened fame, what motivation would Jake have to face Mike Tyson?" KSI added, "There's going to be so many people watching. Millions and millions. Everyone is going to know him as a guy that knocked out an old Mike Tyson. The crux of this battle boils down to one thing: money. It's clear that Jake will find solace in either victory or defeat, as the substantial sum at stake will cushion any blow to his pride or sense of remorse, enabling him to reconcile with himself. I still think Tyson can hit hard, but can he take hits? At his age, if you get hit by one solid Jake Paul punch, you're prune juice," said Logan Paul, on his concerns regarding Mike Tyson's ability to take a good shot at 57. Meanwhile, speaking on social media about the fight, Ryan Garcia said, "Ask him which house did he go to in Victorville to see how to box. Ask him that. I started him off. Who do you think took him to Canelo's gym? Me." Garcia continued, "I think he only needs 4 to beat Jake Paul. I don't think he even needs 4. I think if Mike hits him with one good one, it's over, but that's just me. I've met Mike. Mike is a different breed, bro. When he steps in the room, you're like, all right, now I know why people are scared." As the fight date approaches, the blend of apprehension and excitement only heightens, underscoring the unpredictability and allure of the event. So that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos.